Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Sarah Yost and Daniel Weichert. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You're both 24 years old. You're trying to keep it together. And you've come here for my assistance. Mr. Weichert, I understand that you just had an accident a couple of weeks ago. So you broke your front teeth.
Yes.
So I just wanted, he may have a little difficulty talking. So I want you to know that I know that you had that issue. So, Ms. Yost, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, we're here, Your Honor, because Daniel has a lying and cheating problem.
Uh-huh.
For example, he, whenever we first met, he was at a restaurant with his family, and he was flirting with the server, and he left his number.
When you first met?
Yeah, it was around when we first met.
Uh-huh.
That's savage.
And he left his number on the receipt, and they ended up talking for about a month and a half, and I ended up finding her number in his phone, and I contacted her. He lied and said it's his friend, and nothing's going on, but I talked to her and found out that they have been talking. She had no idea about me.
That's a lie. Stop lying. You said that y'all met at the waitress. That was the waitress that was serving y'all, so she did know about you because she gave you your salad with the dressing and the cheese and all of that. You got a meal. You got a meal. Then you had to tip her gratuity, and then after that she gave you your bag to take. Yeah, she knew of you. She knew of you. Man, how about the fact that he poured it? I ain't gonna lie. Don't do it, fellas. Listen, trust me. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it until our cheating rate is at 100. Now they can't say shit. They can't say nothing because ain't none of us out here cheating, bro. Until we at 100%, bro, I'm not going to let up. But, yeah, bro, that he pulled her while he was with her. That's different, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't lying.
I mean, we were living together.
You were living together?
Yeah.
But you said it was when you first met.
Well, we talked for 7 months before we got together. I mean, because I wanted to make sure I was trying to make sure I trusted him first before we, moved in with each other after 7 months.
Don't move in with dudes. I don't know how many times I can say it. Don't do it. But anyway, go ahead. You did it. And you caught him with the waitress's number, this, that, and the other. Now, why wasn't that a moment to say, see you later?
Well, because he said he didn't physically cheat. He was just talking to her, and his dad passed away around the same time. So I mean, I kind of gave him a little break there.
My boy, my dog. That's how you play it, brother. That's how you do it. Hey man, listen. I was at a low point in time in my life. My dad just went to the upper room. I didn't touch her. I still shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have never done it. I feel terrible about it. I'm talking to somebody professionally now to get some help to make sure that this will never, ever, ever happen again. That's how you kick it, bro. Shout out to Yost. Shout out to Yost.
Did that kind of behavior continue?
Yeah. Yes.
Give me the next time you ran into a similar circumstance.
Okay. Well, we were working together at a restaurant, and he has a good personality, so he talks to a lot of people. He talks to everybody. He kind of flirts with girls, and that's fine. It's just flirting. But there's a girl that I didn't particularly get along with at work, and he always talked to her, and that's fine. He was just talking to her. Well, they thought I was not around, and they thought I was in the dining room serving, and I walked back and I saw him grab her butt. And he said it was a joke. They were just playing around. It was nothing serious,
Mr. Weichert,
This is true.
do you care to respond? Did those things actually occur?
They did, Your Honor.
If you're in a committed relationship with a woman with whom you are living, why would you engage in that kind of thing?
And on top of that, why would you engage in it with the one that she don't like? She just said that the flirting was cool and she didn't have a problem with it. You give you an inch and then you going to take a cold mile. You gonna take a mile, bro. She probably would have been cool with it if it was Tasha from the dishwashing section or something like that. Or if it was goddamn Brenda from the drive-thru or something like that. She wouldn't been tripping about it. But you just had to go over there and talk to Claire. You had to go talk to Claire from the line prep because she ain't really getting her hands there. Yeah, I get it. Well, I don't get it. But the one that she don't like, bro, and you not gonna sit up here and tell me that you didn't know that she liked her, cause you gonna know this shit. Y'all work together too? Yeah. I can't stand Claire. Can you believe today Claire had the audacity to ask me if I could cover her table? I mean, why would she do that? That's just so inconsiderate. And this is the one, ladies, I love y'all. I love y'all. And so inconsiderate and just rude. She was just so rude because it's rude for me to that's how they be, bro. That's how they be, bro. Ladies, we love y'all. Ladies, we love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. But you're not going to tell me that you didn't know that that was the bitch that she did not like, bro. And you going to go mess with her. You asking for it. You asking for it, Doug.
To be honest, she did the same thing. Whenever we broke up for a very brief period, this is when this happened.
Whenever we broke up for a very brief period,
Yeah.
how often have you broken up?
Twice in the 5 years. And they were both short periods of time.
What would you break up over?
His cheating.
Mostly, yes.
Doug.
So again, I ask, if you're in a committed relationship with a woman, she's beautiful, why continue to engage in that behavior?
It was wrong. I can admit that.
I wasn't looking for a judgment call. I'm asking why.
I don't have an answer, Your Honor.
And that is the answer to everybody out there. You don't have an answer for it, bro. You chose her. You picked her. You could have picked 1,000 other mermaids out in the sea. That is your mermaid. You picked that one. You picked that one, bro. So it had to have been something that you liked about her, that you still like about her. Maybe some things that you don't like. All right, fine, cool. Cool, we'll take the good with the bad, but that's the one that you picked, bro. So why you cheating on her? And if you don't, if she not the one, if you feel like she not the mermaid for you, then you take her ass by the fin and you throw her back out into the ocean, bro. You throw her back out into the ocean and you find yourself another one, but you don't collect mermaid, have to. No, mermaids are rare. Damn, bro. What was I about to They rare, bro. They rare. And everybody, well, I'm looking for one. I can't speak for everybody, but some of us want the rarest of the rare. Some of us want the rarest of the rare. So you can't be holding on to 2, 3, 4, 5 of them while we out here looking for the rest of them, bro. That's not cool.
I didn't physically cheat on her. She actually had gotten pregnant by another man while we were together. And
you skipped that part.
Well, we were broken up.
You were living with this cat. You broke up with him for a week and promptly went out and got pregnant by some other dude.
Yeah, I told him about it as soon as I found out I was pregnant. I said, I don't know, there's a possibility. But
no, you missed.
It ain't gonna be no possibility you coming back in my house. I can tell you that. We broke up for a week and you go out there raw, unprotected, and then you letting them shoot up inside? Man, stop. Hell no. Hell no. That's I'm looking at you different now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at you different. Maybe he wasn't the one for me. Maybe it ain't supposed to be. Maybe it's not supposed to be, because if you mean to tell me that you can get over me and say forget it and be willing enough to go out there to risk having a completely, entirely new, a different family with another person, I don't really think you rock with me like that, for real, for real. Now, I know it ain't no time period to say, all right, well, if you break up, you got a week to do this, that, and the third, but god damn, some things are, what is it? I don't want to say common sense, but it's common courtesy. Shit, what you mean? A week?
This is my point.
Yeah.
Entirely. Entirely. You just got with another dude, couldn't have known him that well. You've been with this dude.
No, he was an ex.
Huh? He was an ex.
Yeah.
And you had unprotected sex with an ex on the break and got pregnant. Okay.
I don't mean to cut you off, Your Honor. I found out about this on my way to my first day of employment with a new company.
did you respond? Did it take some time? Did you break up for a little bit? How did?
I went to work. I mean, I basically had to try to not think about it, to try and focus on my employment. And when I got home, we discussed about it, and we didn't break up.
How was he about it? Was he cool? I mean, because he seems cool in here today, or was it a rocky period?
Upset. He was upset about it, but I think he kind of let it go because we were technically broken up, and
So
he
that
was
was just
messed up in the past.
Yeah, it was just a oops.
And we were kind of, we were not mad about it. I mean, we were happy that we were possibly having a child.
Really?
I was, I mean.
Okay. I also understand that in addition to his flirtations and your excursion,
I like that
there
word.
is problem with finances. I think Mr. Weichert thinks you're a spendthrift, and you say it's your money. So we're going to talk about that and see if we can come to some kind of resolution. Mr. Weichert, you say Ms. Yost spends too much money. Tell me about that.
She has a business of her own, and she has to go out and purchase inventory for it. And some days, first of all, I don't know how much she makes from it. She gives me very brief,
vague idea of what's happening.
correct, yes. And she can tell me that she's going to spend $30, and she comes home and I find a receipt for $300.
Ms. Yost, what is your response to that?
Her response is, you ain't gonna never know what's inside of this purse, bro. Men, fellas, listen up. I don't care if you husband, boyfriend, or you just met at the gas station. You ain't gonna never know how much she got in that purse. But I tell you this, what you do see, just know it get deeper. Just know it get deeper. So if that woman only looked like she got $200 on her, she probably got about 2 racks on her. If she looked like she only got $3 on her, she might have 30. She got 15 cents on her, man. Keep walking. Keep going, bro.
I mean, I make my own money, and yes, I have a business. So to run my business, I have to have inventory.
Right.
And yeah, some days I go out and I only find $30 in things. Some days I find $300 in
Right.
things. Sometimes I buy myself some things. I don't lie. I try not to lie about it. I don't lie about it. He doesn't
I
really
try
ask
not
me
to lie
it.
about
He
it.
doesn't really ask me about it. So I mean,
Do you both pay bills in the household?
yes.
Is it like even Steven down the middle, or who's primarily responsible for
He
the bills?
pays the rent. Because that's our biggest bill, I think, at the same time.
Right.
But I mean, I pay for like activities and like the cable bill and things like
utilities,
that. Yeah,
and stuff like that. Stuff like
That is important. Don't you look down on the person who paying the cable, the water, the entertainment, the groceries, and all of that, bro. That stuff adds up. And that stuff fluctuate. 1 minute the BG&E bill this, next minute eggs is this, next minute gas is that. Bro, don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that. Don't think because you got to send them the money order every 21st or whatever for the rent that because you still got to pay for the lights and all. Yeah, don't undermine the person who not paying the rent. Don't do that. Don't do that.
that. Does she ever come light with her part of the the monthly bills?
Yes, things do get set back because she will tell me that things are paid for. Like, for instance, one time I had given her $30 to go pay the cell phone bill, and a week later, my cell phone's off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not take care of the financial business before you spend money on stuff you want?
I ended up having the money. I really put things off. I do put things off. I do pay things. I put things off. So I will tell him that I have it done just so he doesn't stress out about it. I'll be like, yeah, I have it paid. And then I'll really do it at the last minute usually. But I mean, it gets paid. It does get paid.
Okay. You say he spent the rent money on some nonsense. Is
Yes.
that true? Tell me about that.
Okay. Our rent, he gets paid about $800 a week, and our rent is $600 a month. So the first week after rent's due, the landlord calls me, where's your rent money? I didn't get it yet, And I asked Dan, what did you pay rent? And, oh no. I said, well, you told me you paid rent. Yeah, well, whenever I went to the casino, I spent a little bit more than I should. I said, well, how much do you have left out of the $800? $150. $150.
Mr. Weichert, did that occur?
Yes, it did, Your Honor.
Were you concerned about how you were going to pay the rent, having lost the rent money?
I think the bigger issue here is the math. If you're getting paid $800 every week and you're working 4 weeks, that's what, $3,200? If your rent only $600, then that means you should have an access of about $2,800 or I forgot the math, but yeah, you should have at least $2,500 to go and do whatever else you need to do. So if you blowing that in a casino, that's 1-800. It's time to call that 1-800 number, bro. Yeah, I see what she's saying. Like, oh, it happened this week because that's what that was. But, man, $800 a week? $800 a week and you only pay rent one time per month? That's only $600? Do the math. Now I gotta do it because all right, 8, that's 32. Yeah, it's 6. So it's 2,600.
Not really, Your Honor,
How
because
do people manage this? What are you taking? I want to know.
Yeah.
I make good money and I worry and I plan and
Yeah.
y'all just blatant with it and you're fine. I mean, you're almost comatose out there. What's up?
For real, we be wanting to know. That's real. That's real.
You weren't worried?
I was stressed out about it, yes. But the following Friday, I knew that it would get paid. And I was getting
So
paid
you
that
thought
Friday.
I was only going to be a week behind no matter what?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Do you think you have a gambling problem?
No.
You thought about that for a minute before you said no. How often do you gamble?
About once a month.
I don't know. Whatever it is y'all do, you should tell me. 'Cause I want to know.
For real.
I want to turn our attention now to the fights that you have, what you fight about, and how the fights turn ugly. Ms. Yost, you say Mr. Weichert likes to pick fights and that he throws tantrums. Tell me about that.
Yes, Your Honor. Dan gets crazy sometimes. When we first moved into our first apartment, it was a new area. Neither of us have ever lived there before. We went down the street to get some food at a bar, and we met another couple. And we were talking to this couple for a while. We talked to them all night. He said he doesn't feel good, he's leaving. I mean, this was after, 3 hours at this bar. He said, I'm going out to the car, I don't feel good, I'm leaving. He goes out to the car. I said, okay, I'll be right out. I must have taken too long and he left. So I had to wait for the other couple to drive me home. So I waited for them to drive me home. We ended up staying for about another hour.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Well, let me get to get to the fight.
Okay, so whenever I get home, because I was gone too long, I guess, I open up the door. I couldn't even get up my steps because they were covered in all my clothes, shoes, all of the stuff in the house. I had to crawl up the steps to get up the steps.
Did you throw all her stuff out because she stayed too late at the bar?
Yes.
And what was the reasoning behind that?
Because she was very intoxicated and I was ready to go home. I was not feeling good. She was very inconsiderate of this and flirtatious with other men at the bar. Guys were buying her drinks and she was very receptive of that.
She was drunk and unruly. And you got tired of it and you went home and threw all of her stuff out.
In a nutshell, yes.
Yeah, okay. Is this an unusual event, Ms. Yost, or does he have an ongoing temper problem that you have to contend with?
No, I mean, he throws my stuff out a lot, but I mean, usually but it's when he does wrong. Like whenever I caught him cheating with a girl before, I mean,
He threw your stuff out when you caught him cheating with another girl?
Yes, I caught him cheating, talking to another girl. I invited her over to confront him because he denied it. So I invited her over. He came home, we were both standing in the driveway to confront him about it. And he just turned around and left because
My dog! That's how you play it, bro. That's how you play it, man. Listen, if y'all want to super cop up, y'all can super cop up together. Y'all can work for the same unit. It don't matter. I'm out of there. Y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out. Y'all want super. That's not fair. That's not fair. How y'all gonna try and bank me, jump me? Well, well, if you played it right, bro, you could have played it right. It might have been right, but how y'all gonna try and double team up on me? You gonna bring her, so now, whenever I get out of what you said, you gonna be like, well, you was talking to her while you was laying next to me. No, I wasn't talking to her while I was laying next to you. I was in the bathroom. Nuh-uh, cause you lying, cause you told me that was the week that the bathroom was getting worked on. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair, bro.
He knew he was caught. He couldn't get away with it.
That's
he was
not
caught.
why, Your Honor.
I'm gonna get to you.
And he was just mad that she was there. So he called me and said, you have to leave. You're not allowed to be there. So I left. I came back the next day to get my stuff. It was all in the snow. In the snow. Everything was in the snow.
Mr. Weicker, did that occur?
Yes, it did. And
Tell me why.
Because this occurred at my family member's house. And that family member had deceased maybe 3 days beforehand. And I told her, we had already been fighting about this, don't have anybody here because I was going to another family member's house for the wake.
And the funeral and all of that. Yeah.
Correct, yes. And I come home, sure enough, there's somebody there, and it is
Did
the
you
girl
have
that I was
people over
talking
when he
to.
was trying to mourn?
His girlfriend? Yeah, his other girlfriend.
Oh, I
That's
see what
who
you're
she
saying.
was.
I got lost in the story. My bad.
That's who she is, yes.
So, were you seeing this other lady that she
Seeing,
brought
no.
over with you?
Seeing, no.
Flirting around with?
Texting, yes.
Yeah, texting. Yeah. So that wasn't why you were upset. You weren't upset because it was a death situation. You were upset because you got caught.
No.
So in my paperwork, this is to keep us together. Okay? And I'm going to ask you to take a moment and determine, is that really what you want to do? Joe and I over here about to have a stroke. He just asked me, we did a little sidebar, and he says, did you ever throw any of your boyfriend's stuff out of trash? Never did. He said, me either. I want to say something intelligent, but I can't think of nothing. What are your plans, Ms. Yost? When you're 50, where do you want to be? What you want to do?
I want to be successful. I want to have a family.
Do you want to keep chasing your underwear down the street?
No.
Do you want to run into women that your man's flirting with on the daily?
No.
I've
Do you
chased
wa-
my things down the road, too.
Yeah, I'm
My
about to
stuff has
ask you
been
a
up.
series of questions myself. Do you want to continue to be with a woman have break babies on you? Do
No.
you want to continue to be angry about all the stuff that's going on? Do you want to be able to date different women and not be in a committed relationship just to see what's out there?
I give him that option.
No.
Why not?
I would rather be in a committed relationship.
And date around.
No.
Here's what I got to say, and then I'm just gonna go. I don't understand what the rush is to move in with somebody. At 19 years old, you should be out and about and on your own and getting your business together. Why would you want to contain a relationship that already is herky-jerky and messy from Jump Street? You can always, do better. And I don't mean do better than him or do better than her, but do better than nonstop mess. Why would, the minute a man did a thing wrong, bye. I remember 6 o'clock, he's supposed to pick me up. 6:15. He found out I broke up with him 10 minutes earlier. That's the way it rolled. You respected me. You did, because I ain't got time. I'm not gonna get used to you. I ain't gonna adjust to you. I ain't gonna do none of that. All I'm gonna do is enjoy myself. I enjoy you. You can stay around it. Minute you cause me trouble, pow, out the door. I don't know why couples these days find somebody at 16 and think they're still supposed to be with them when they're 60. Odds are that ain't it. The woman that I was at 19, and I don't even really claim womanhood at 19, that chick was crazy. She didn't, any man that she would have picked wouldn't have been a man that this woman would have wanted. You know what I'm saying? Stay free. Stay loose. Keep love at a distance. You know, don't have no babies. Protection, birth control, birth control, birth control, freedom, vision, breath, depth. Pick up a book, something.
Welcome to the Jet, though. Welcome to the Jet. Feel free. Have a seat wherever you want. Have a seat, man. I appreciate you for tuning in and watching the video. Sorry that, you know, I ain't really had no party gifts or nothing like that. You know, we still working on that. It's a brand new Jet, you know, if that mean anything to you. If that mean anything to you. But what something means to me, that don't even make sense. What I'm trying to say is, bro, let's get to the point. Let's get to the video, man. Stop cheating, bro. Stop cheating. That's it, plain and simple. The cheating was their issue. That was the only issue that I can recall from that video that had a major impact on their relationship. They wasn't beefing about money. It wasn't no domestic violence. It wasn't no child care issues. It wasn't none of that, bro. It was just cheating. Just cheating, bro. And I get it. I get it. Trust me. It looked green on the other side. You see it. You see it, and when you get home, fellas, trust me, I know, bro. She make that same meatloaf, thick as a muff. Meatloaf mouth, thick as a muff. Yeah, I get it, bro. You gotta eat organic fruit snacks because she don't really want no sugar in the house because the glucose might make her look fat. Ladies, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. This ain't no shade. I love y'all, ladies. But yeah, you gotta get the organic fruit snacks and all. Boy, you better make sure you have that toilet seat the way that it's supposed to be. Don't play no games with that woman. Yeah, I get it. You got to do all of that. And I know it's somewhere in the back of your mind, your homeboy Tyler. Tyler been going to the club, burning the club up, bro. Living his best single life. He going to tell you about all the chicks that he hit. He going to tell you about all of the parties with the topless dances. And they got the little sparkly bottles and all of that. They coming out. The confetti popping and all. He going to tell you about that. He going to let you know how he wake up at 9 o'clock on Sunday, turn on NFL Red Zone till about 11 p.m. He going to tell you all of that, bro. He going to tell you all of that. You can be sitting there like, it's cool. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But Undefeated gonna keep it real with you, bro. What he not gonna tell you, this is what he not gonna tell you. He ain't gonna tell you the chick that he smashed boyfriend probably tried to fight him, or she had something that he left with that he didn't come with. Yeah, he not gonna tell you that. He not gonna tell you that topless party set him back 10 months in his budget because he only got a single income. He ain't gonna tell you that, bro. Listen, I couldn't come up with one for the NFL Red Zone. I ain't gonna lie, but that's what I'm telling you. The time that it hit me when you single, bro, is that Sunday. When it's Sunday, about around 2 o'clock or 2:30 or something like that, bro, or 4, whatever. It's in the afternoon. But the point that I'm trying to make is, bro, just be happy with your life. Be happy with your life. Ain't nothing perfect. Nothing perfect. I got to get that. You see that light? I got to get that light. That LED was really supposed to be green. It's supposed to be green and red because, man, let me tell you about the green and red. Yeah, it's supposed to be green and red. That's the colors that they supposed to be, but it's not going to be perfect, bro. It's not going to be perfect. And anything worth having is worth working for. I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to keep on saying it because I really want y'all to get that. I really want y'all to get that. The goal is to keep this shit together. We're trying to keep this together. I don't want to see none of y'all split, to be truthfully honest, because in the beginning, you remember how it was when you saw the twinkle in her eye. You remember how it was when she was swimming across the Atlantic and that little fin was twoosh, twoosh, twoosh. You remember that, bro? You remember that, bro? You remember how it was when y'all had that baby and y'all was in that room and they had to go take the baby and put him in there with like 16, 20 other different babies and you can hear your baby cry? Like, damn, my baby got a distinct cry. So, Daddy love you. Daddy love you. I meant that. Yeah, you couldn't make this one, baby girl. I got you on the next one. The next one, that's going to be pink. All of that's going to be pink for you. But, yeah, bro, you remember all of that, bro. Remember all of that. Don't get tricked out your spot, man. Do not get tricked out your spot. Don't get tricked into believing that this is the life, bro. I'm telling you that it's not. I don't care what nobody tell you. I don't care what nobody tell you. You got, man, 15 right there. You can have 15 right there. After you finish done having your fun, whatever, they gonna leave, going about their day, about their life. They ain't gonna text you, hey, you know, how's your day going? Hey, you ain't gonna get none of that, bro. You ain't gonna get none of that, bro. So that grass is not green on the other side, bro. If you got a good one, if you got one that's righteous, one that's treating you good, she wrap her fins around you every night. She throw that red hair on top of you, and y'all get under the covers. Yeah, bro. If you got that, man, don't get tricked out your spot, man. But yeah, I gotta start getting ready. I think we about to land pretty soon. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the fam, as always, is love, and we out.